Hello once again, Dorn Markowitz here from D Guitars Miami with another edition of This Week in Cool Guitar Repairs. This week's particular patient is a beautiful Gretsch Black Falcon that's heavily adorned with orange glitter all over wherever they can put it, binding, truss rod cover, even inlaid in the headstock. There's enough orange glitter on this to make a Vegas showgirl blush. It came in originally needing a setup, but after inspecting it very quickly, I noticed that it had some very inconsistent fret heights. So I advised the customer and told him that it needed a fret dressing, and he agreed and said go for it. It's a beautiful piece. You can see the inlay work is very detailed. You know, the intricate carvings of wings and flowers, the beautiful falcon on the pick guard, all gold hardware. It's got these really beautiful Diarman style pickups that are very warm and open, and what's nice is that they help reproduce the resonance of the body. They're very acoustic-like in character, and as you can hear, it's got a very acoustic character to it because it's completely hollow. Plugged in, it's beautiful. Listen to that clarity. The neck pickup is nice and big, but same thing with the clarity. This is the epitome of like an acoustic sounding electric guitar. You can understand now why guys like Duane Eddy, Eddie Cochran, and Chet Atkins used Gretches, because they're so articulate. They also demand that you have perfect or at least excellent technique, because it's so easy to have all of your mistakes heard when playing on this. You can't really hide behind the electric quality of the guitar. It picks up every pick scrape, it picks up every gristle note, every flub. The in-betweens are really nice. And of course you can chord all the way up because of the way I set the intonation. It's got the old Gretsch Melita bridge, which is an interesting, it's a very interesting type of tune-o-matic, because you unscrew these little knurled knobs to slide the individual saddle back and forth to set the intonation instead of using screws. It's interesting, except that the knobs kind of, you know, are not as comfortable on the hand. But this was invented at the time when they were competing with Gibson, and Gibson had the copyright on the tune-o-matic. Overall, very cool guitar. It had tuning problems. The tuners were loose, the individual buttons were loose, but it wouldn't stay in tune was his main complaint. Now, you know, I played on it for a good half an hour, bending strings and everything before even attempting to do this video, and it stayed in tune. The key to remember when you string up a guitar is stretch the strings in well, especially if you're using light gauge strings such as these. This is it's strung with 9s, and generally on a guitar like this favors heavier gauge strings because you're more prone to fret rattle and so forth. But you know, if you play with a lighter technique, then yeah, 9s is okay. The other thing to remember also is that the pickup pole pieces on these particular guitars are very strong magnetically. He had the pole pieces up a little too high, and I noticed when I was testing it that the guitar almost sounded like a sitar, and there was a lot of drag. When I lowered each pole piece, which is done by these individual screws, each screw actually adjusts the height of each pole piece. When I dropped them farther away from the strings, that was when I noticed that the sound resonated more and it got more sustained. As you can hear, it's got a beautiful tone to it. It's a very interesting piece, and I just think it's a beautiful piece too. The fit and finish on it overall is excellent. There are a few blurbs here and there, but nothing major. It's a beautiful, you know, piece for, I think it's about $2,500. And as you can see, the action is nice and low and comfortable. It's a medium-low action, slightly above 1/16 of an inch. Any lower, and no matter what kind of dressing you do, it'll buzz very prominently. Like I said, this type of a guitar requires a heavier gauge of strings to really be buzz-free. It also, it's got very tiny, skinny frets. As you can see, it's got acoustic guitar frets on them. If it were my guitar, the first thing I would do is I would refret it with my preferred choice of tall skinnies, which have the height of jumbos, but have the narrowness of like Fender wire. That way you get a lot more precise intonation and resonance and so forth. But for what it is, it's beautiful. And like I said, it's best suited for a certain type of playing. This is obviously not a shredder's guitar in terms of like heavy metal, but you can play very fast on it. Provided you have the technique to do it and you're not sloppy like me. 2 volumes, 1 tone, beautiful guitar, and a master volume. Oh, one more cool thing before I let you go. Look at the ruby and the mother of pearl dot in each of the knobs. Huh? That's classy. This is a very classy guitar. I'm very impressed. Every now and then I get one of these in here, and I really enjoy putting my hands on them. Anyway, enough of my yakking. Until next time, if you need any assistance of any kind, you want more information on how I can do something like this for you on any of your guitars, please don't hesitate to call 305-896-1811. Until next time, Doran Markowitz from D Guitars Miami. Have a great day. Thanks for watching.